Shay from That Student Life Australia, and in today's video I'm going to talk about my afternoon routine as well as the balance between homework and study for success. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, I just want to define homework and study for you, because sometimes I think some people confuse the two and lie to themselves and say they're doing study when they're actually just doing homework and they should be doing study as well. So let's just go through that. First of all, homework is generally, or in most cases, a set of questions or assignment or something like that your teacher has set for you for a due date in class. We can't confuse it with study, because study is work or revision or questions which you set yourself to actually, go above the average level and do better. Alright, so just a quick word. During the term, when your age is out from your exam, 8 weeks or whatever, studying is usually just, making good copy notes from the syllabus for every subject that you're doing, and, maybe doing a couple of practice questions here and there from the textbook. Once you get closer, say 2-3 weeks out, what you want to then transition into doing is memorizing those good copy notes that you made a while back for each subject, as well as doing timed and marked past papers. Alright guys, so I'll just give a quick overview of what I used to do for my afternoon study routine from getting home from school to going to bed. So pretty much every day I would get home from school at about say 3:45 PM. I'd be pretty tired, pretty big day at school, whatever, that sort of thing. So I'd take about 45 minutes off. Probably wouldn't do any work until 4:30. I'd have some food, power up energy-wise, and lay down and check Facebook, whatever you want to do. Between that 45 minutes, I just kind of rested. At 4:30, I would then get out my daily planner or a piece of paper and write down the tasks, both homework and study, which I must or needed to complete by tonight. After I wrote down the things I needed to do, I would attack the homework ones first. So it was usually 30 minutes to an hour each day or each weekday. So after that 30 minutes or hour of homework, I'd probably have a 15 or 20 minute break, and then I'd start trying to tick off the things that I needed to do study-wise for the day. So things I'd set myself, making notes, doing extra questions from the textbook, or revising some questions that I didn't understand in class, whatever. I would do probably on average 3 or so hours, maybe a little bit more close to exam time per weekday. And yeah, that'd just be 3 hours broken up into 3 one-hour sessions with a 15-minute break or so between each session. So for me, I was a night person, always did all my work between 3:45 and say 11 PM or 11:30 PM at night when I went to bed, and I didn't do anything in the morning. For Nick, he was a morning person, so he got up really early and did some work before school. Whatever works for you, you can pretty much balance it however you want, as long as you get it done within that 24 hours. So my biggest tips for balancing the workload of study and homework properly, and then obviously getting decent grades in the exam, is first of all, the main idea which I did at the very start before I attacked any of those homework or study questions, and that was getting a daily planner or writing down somehow what I've got for homework today and what I've got for study today. Just knowing that, knowing where I was going and knowing, what actually fell into what category. Maybe maths homework was the only piece of homework I had, and, notes for physics, chem, and then, a practice English section 1 discovery paper. Just having that split, that balance, and being able to see it all on paper really helped me to stay productive. Secondly, you need to look at the ratio of your study to homework. Now for me, I would do, say, 1 part's homework and then 3 or 4 parts study. So if I did homework for, an hour a day, I'd probably do at least 3 or 3.5 hours worth of study. It's definitely more important to do study, because homework everyone's mostly doing, especially if it's due. Study is where you start to increase and get above the rest of your cohort, the other people in your class. And for the ATAR, for example, it is a rank at the end of the day. Alright, so another thing to keep in mind is that when you're actually close to your exam, the teachers often won't give you too much homework or too much due stuff. So, with that extra hour that you would have got from your 3:1, 4:1 ratio, just turn that into the study column. And also, another thing to keep in mind is that sometimes when you have a really, really good or proactive teacher, some of the things they do set you for homework really do fall into the study category. For example, if your teacher set you, 1 hour a day or a homework to make good copy notes on a focus area or part of the syllabus, that's exactly what you should be doing in your study time anyway. So really, you can kind of merge the 2 columns there and just try and go for a total amount of hours studying per day. Lastly, I'd just like to talk about the mindset which you probably should look towards having in the balance between homework and study. homework is probably, something that probably people will take a little bit less seriously than study, and that's okay. I did that as well. For example, if I had an hour day worth of maths questions, I'd go through them and I would concentrate, but it was, a bit repetitive, and I'd just kind of get through them as quick as I could so I can get onto the study. And that's okay. But when you do get onto that study, I think it's really worthwhile to transition in kind of, the mindset you have towards it. So when I actually moved on to my study, I'd always, try and remove more distractions if there were any when I was doing homework. And I'd really try and say, okay, look, this is where the difference is between me and the people around me and who I'm trying to compete against. This is where the difference is made. This is where the exam is won. So, I'm going to concentrate, I'm going to remove the distractions, and I'm really going to try and get involved in the thought processes and the learning. So, for example, if you're doing, making notes each night from 3 or 4 sources of information, truly read each of those paragraphs that you're turning into your good copy paragraph. Really, be conscious of the words you're actually writing on the page or the words you're typing. Think about it. Don't just, go through it mindlessly, because you will see much more benefit in terms of efficiency. So I hope these tips work for you guys. They definitely work for me. And yeah, good luck with all your study. Good luck with your afternoon or morning routine. Do whatever works for you, as I always say. And yeah, please like, comment and subscribe for more from That's Student Life Australia. Expect some more videos coming up. I'll see you later. Thank you.